What's happening? Yes, sir. We live, man. Welcome to Boss Land in the building. You understand? It's Landlord Sports and Boss Cowboy Sports, the dynamic duo in here, man. What's happening with your Boss Cowboy?
Man, just another day, man, in the life. Feeling good.
Yes, sir.
Feeling good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, Billy Ray.
Absolutely. We in the building, man. Hey, you already know it's a Trap Thursday going on in Boss Land. Shout out to everybody rocking over here on my channel and on Boss Cowboy Sports. Is everything looking good on your end, boss? We good?
Yeah, I'm just updating the titles as we speak, but nah, it look good so far.
Okay, let's get it. Shout out to Ramon Silas in the building, Big Flock, David Sorellis, Toxic Tom, down in Burner account in the building. What's happening? Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. It's Boss Land Day, man. You already know. I'm already looking forward to these Thursdays these days, man. Y'all know we finna cook. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Hit that like and share. Let's build this crowd. Let's get this trap jumping around the corner. You know that line need to be around the corner right now. Let's get it. Shout out to Stephen Harrison as well. Let's go. Yes, sir. We finna crank this thing on up. Shout out to Tommy Montoya, Miss Regina Green with the green. We in the building. Splendor Poppy Burner account. Let's get go. You understand? We in here.
Let's go, man.
Let's get it.
Easy money.
Without further ado, let's go and give y'all what y'all came here for. Yes, sir. Now, you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching us through a phone, but it's Boss Land, baby. Let's get it. It's Boss Land in here, man. What's happening with you, Mr. Boss Cowboy Sports?
How you doing, big brother? How you doing, man?
We good, man. You know we got to cook up this good old Cowboys content for the people, man. And, you know, do you want to go over the interview first, or do you want to crank up some of the stuff I had planned?
It don't matter, man. We can ride how we want to ride.
Okay.
We go ride it. We gonna talk about both anyway.
Yeah.
So I tell you what's been on my mind, I tell you, is kind of what stood out is kind of like, obviously we had the interview with Iisha Morrison yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And what stood out to me was the year 2 jump boys discussion. So it's, you know, and a lot of confirmations, because obviously it's been hot. It's been very hot around the content creators community, where everybody been booking good interviews, but also during this time we've been able to kind of look under the hood.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you know, so obviously on, you know, the podcast she's on with the Dallas Cowboys, Girls Talk, Boys Talk, she being in the building was saying that she can see those guys who been in the weight room and been putting in obvious work.
Hold on.
She said,
wait a minute. We getting somewhere now. Well, did she name some names, Mr. Boss Cowboy?
Yes.
Did she name some names?
Yes.
What did she say?
Jump. Not even just on the field, because, you know, obviously it was on the field, but also just in their personal work ethic. Said Jalen Tolbert.
Ooh, you know that's music to my ears right there. Trap. Man, that's music to my ears. You know, Jalen is a friend of the show now. You know what I'm saying? And when we brought him on, he gave us a lot of good content, a lot of good jewels, man. So,
man, didn't he?
What you thinking about it?
Listen, man, this is. I'm gonna start with the selfish point of view.
Let's do it.
You guys will go eat off that interview likely for years to come, bro. I think y'all caught the very start end of a budding star.
I gotta shoot my shot on that one, man. You know what I'm saying? I reeled in a good one that time, didn't it, boss? You understand? We got a lot of bombs going off early. Let's get it.
Yeah, so just, can I speak selfish first? Can I speak from a content selfishness? And that's know some people.
Wait a minute.
But no, man, I love the timing for you guys on this. I
Yeah.
think you guys are gonna just go back to that interview. I'm gonna go back to that interview, and we go talk about it being a pivotal interview even more. That's gonna be a video that I know that I'm gonna play about a year from now, and I'm gonna say, "Damn, that was the start of it." We go look back at it and say, all those nuggets that came out created this, you know, and we go look at it and we go say, damn, this dude putting up 1,000. Man, this dude, he rocking the baby on another DB. Damn, this dude that became Dak's go-to in the club. It's gonna be crazy. I just can kind of see it coming, bro.
Yeah.
And so when I could see that coming, I could also see how the timing of that fish that you pulled in, because let's let everybody know, let's say it loud and proud, it was Landlord who pulled a big fish. The Alabama connection, you being bold, you going out to the Senior Bowl, putting your dollars in this, investing into this out of your passions, you know, like really investing into your content, not just with the upgrades, but with the travel and just everything that you're doing to provide a value service to the community. So I just, you know, and then me also growing with you through Boss Land, I'm just loving what happened to you, man. And you deserve it.
Don't make me cry, boss. Don't make me cry, man. don't do me like that, man.
Hey, man,
you know what I'm saying? Don't make me cry, bro. Listen here now. You know, you gotta remain cool now. I gotta keep my cool now, boss. You about to get me out of character now. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, the tears got a long way to go from up under these glasses, man. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate the kind words, my good sir. I really do.
Absolutely.
We do this for the passion of the team, man. We want to win so bad. We love this team, and we love the people who support us too, man. So that's what drives me to get up in the morning and do stuff like this, man. And just pick up and go drive to Mobile 2 hours away for the Senior Bowl, you know what I'm saying, and just try to get y'all some coverage out there, man. So I do appreciate the kind words, sir.
Yeah, and that hard work does pay off. Like, so people sometimes need to know where some of these interviews come from. They don't fall in people out. You know, it's, you know, we get out in the streets and we actually networking with these guys, you know. So it's and working hard, and it is a passion, you know, it's a passion. Hopefully that Alabama connection also hooked up in you guys, that local thing, you know, because I would want to see him and you and him ride together, man, through the whole thing. Because see, this is the thing, man, who was looking out for him and believed in him from the beginning?
Yeah,
and it wasn't even on no favoritism. It was, man, we know what we saw, and we go continue to say what we know, and we was pointing at the right people, especially you. Like, you know what I mean? We was talking about Kellen Moore was the problem that broke him down. And see, this is the thing, Landlord. Now people know we was telling the truth, and the content creators are now known as true new media that you can trust. It's understood now. Like, it was a time where it was not, but now looking at the work that you did, now everybody's saying, why is Toba playing fast?
Because Boss been broke that ice too, man. So give you your flowers too. You been said that it was Kellen Moore slowing these guys down, man. You know, and like I said, I wasn't as what can I say, as militant as you was, because you weren't playing with that boy. You weren't playing with him. Hey, you told me, I don't know if that was a private conversation or not, but you told me, like, OC was like, hey, man, chill out, boss. You going a little too hard, man. Hey.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You sure did.
Yeah, so, hey, I wasn't as militant as you was about it, but I've been one of his, you know, I was been criticizing him as well, you know what I'm saying? So, you really put it on the map and went against the #1 offense, and that's not easy to do. You put your reputation and your work on the line, and you stood strong, you stood solid like our boy Big X say. You stood solid on that, and you did not waver, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Dallas. You know I got that Dallas flavor now.
Man,
but
can you play that drop one more time?
One more time, buddy, man. I got you. Yes, sir. We got to be solid on that, man.
I like that drop. I like that drop. I'm a jacket for that one.
Let's get it.
I'm telling you right now, that's my drop now. That's mine too.
Let's
Andy from
get it.
Dallas.
Hey, that's Dallas. I can't even get mad at you, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't even get mad at you. That's Dallas.
Yeah, man. So it's see, because the times then we was warning, but see, everything that was a warning then is something we can rejoice in now. You know, we can rejoice in now because it's the opposite now. So we was angry then, and the OC really did, talk to me, because after the Green Bay game, my very next video was get this untrainable dog out my Cowboys house. But was I lying?
Nah.
Was I lying? Nah. Now we looking in hindsight. See, we can see it. See, because then they was like, wait a minute, boss. Wait, is that too much?
That's a little too much. Look, when you had that young man on the leash, sir, I said, "Ooh, boss is out of control, man." Hey, man, we need this for the community, though, because that's how we was feeling, though. We was feeling the same way, man.
And it was the truth. It was obvious. And see, the difference, this is the thing. We was actually saying what was happening. Everybody else was not really calling out what was happening. It wasn't even about the dog and me having him on a leash. It's that Mike McCarthy was doing that, like trying to hold that dog back. That's why I created it, because that's what he was doing. That dog wanted to pass, and what was keeping us in our identity was Mike McCarthy holding them back. It's true,
Yeah. So see, that's why they gotta support content like this, man. Cause y'all support allows us to be able to not bite our tongue about stuff that's gonna help us win. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We need y'all support so we can really stand on what we say. You know what I'm saying? Yep. We ain't got nobody biting our tongue or holding us back from really telling the truth. We trying to really get 6, like, against all odds, without without wavering from our opinions. So
yeah, that's key. And like, for instance, even with Iisha Morrison, she on the show yesterday, there are certain topics that I don't even want to bring up at all. Not saying that she would have shied away from them, but it's knowing that she's actually in the building, and I wouldn't want anything that we could say in our freedom to cause her to have any kind of heat on her.
Yeah.
So, and maybe y'all could call that playing it safe. And it's like, nah, I guess I did in a sense, but I would also say I think we gotta try to be wise right now, like in what we can do, and knowing what certain people, I don't want to, like, a person that's in their first year, I don't want them out there like that, to be honest. And I'm also saying that if I was in her situation, I wouldn't be saying stuff like, get this untrainable dog. I wouldn't be talking.
Hold on, boss. See, I ain't mean to cut y'all, man, but I want you to understand, like, it's gonna be people that say crazy stuff like that. Like, they want you to pressure and grill these people, man. You gotta think, man, like you said, that young lady's in her first year doing this, and you don't want to put nobody in a compromising situation. So you want us to have this girl on the interview and grill her to talk about her superiors. Look how crazy that is.
And then on top of that, she walking down the hall seeing these guys. You know what I mean? She didn't come the Harvard route.
Yeah.
Right? She didn't come through North Texas, and obviously I love North Texas because that's a part of my metroplex. But I'm saying she didn't go through the North Texas journalistic way that they have an inroads with the Cowboys. So you want her to continue to do what she's doing, which is what? Establishing relationships, building friends, building networks. So sometimes us being a little bit too strong could compromise that, and I need them players to trust her. That's what we need. We need them players to know that they can tell us stuff in confidence, and she's not gonna run on social media. So you, and then y'all, I'm glad y'all also know that we was really there to have a football discussion, and we got also to get stuff that most people wasn't knowing. So people didn't know about, we was hearing about the Toba jump, but we wasn't hearing about the body. We wasn't hearing about the details that's not even in the streets.
Yeah.
We getting that for the content the community. We getting that. She also talked about, which I'm gonna flip the script a little bit, her number 2 guy, year 2 guy.
Lay it on me, man. Lay it on me. Who was it? You know, I was lacking yesterday. Go ahead.
No, you good. I know how it go. You working.
Yeah.
Ferguson.
Ooh. Don't tell me Ferguson out here balling out, boss.
Yeah, and it's the overall prep. It's everything. It's everything. So it's things that she let out from being around him, right? Yeah. So obviously her being in her first year, she was around, you know, those guys and kind of saw their confidence and saw how they was kind of maybe struggling in the playbook. And she gave just an overall great analysis on Ferguson. She was like, just overall great big jump. She said mainly just like Tolbert, you see it in his body. You see it in his neck. You see it in his regimen. You see it in his leadership. You see it in his speed of play. Yeah. And she and it was the way that she super lit up. Cause I always say this, man, trust but verify. But I do trust.
Yeah.
See, I do trust, like if landlord say something, I trust landlord. I'm gonna verify it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna feel good if he vets something. If he put his stamp on it, it's gonna make me feel more comfortable even before I vet it. So she's earned that privilege to me. Like I've watched her with the draft show. I've watched her and the ladies and Brian Broaddus, and I'm gonna be honest, it's some people I don't trust. I ain't gonna put them out there, but it's some people, if they say something,
yeah,
I'm like, okay.
That's real though. Hey, shout out to Taiwan with the $5 super sticker, and shout out to Dwayne Brown. What's good with you, sir? But Noel Beats, shout out to you. He said he dropped a good nugget. He said, now you have to play it safe so she can feed you guys information. You know what I'm saying? That's
there you go, man.
Facts. If we sit up here and grill the lady, you think she coming back? No, she's not coming back. You know, she won't be back.
Let us be the attack dog.
Yeah.
Let us be the attack dog.
Look,
that's what we for.
This the best way we can do it for y'all, right? If we build relationships with these media people like Boss Cowboy Sports, like Landlord Sports and HTM West Coast, we out here getting y'all quality interviews with exclusive people. When we build these relationships, you don't want to make them not want to come back, of course. And then they can feed us, they'll trust us to give us certain information. And then we take that information and give it back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? In a nice, you know, what can I say? In a euphemism type way. We ain't gonna just tell y'all exactly what they said, but we gonna give y'all the information. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So we just can't just grill these people. Don't y'all want us to have good guests out here? Don't y'all want to have the good guests? You know what I'm saying?
And so I think I'm looking at the comments and talk to say, so who do you talk to for any shred of accountability? That's what we for. That's what we do. See, that's the value of us, is we independent, so we can say what they can't say. And Facts. See, we also got to be honest. It's easy to talk from a safe place. See, you know what I mean? Yeah. See, that's what makes people so bold on the internet right now. Because you in a safe place. See, you
at the house.
You not her where you actually go have to run up on them boys. See, they walk in the see, like it's easy to be like, hey, I would. Okay, yeah, okay. You know what I mean?
You do know these boys is like 6'7" and 230, 340.
So the people, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just talk all this shit.
Yeah. When them boys walk up, you like this, good grief. You know what I'm saying? So you look, where Big Ed say you gotta be solid and stand on it when you see these people.
Right.
You gotta be solid on it. So hey, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I said. So the accountability comes from us. That's who it comes from. Like, who was the people that was sounding an alarm the loudest against Kelly Moore?
It was Boss Cowboy Sports. It ain't
and
no
us,
question.
the community. It was you too.
Yeah.
It was all of us. I was probably the worst. I was.
you was nefarious with it.
Oh man, like I was super nefarious.
Oh my life.
But that the accountability come from us. So like from a political standpoint, we got to play this smart. We can't play this just to be wild horses.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna try to ask somebody that's an ally to me to lose their job just so I can make people feel better. It's like it's some people we gotta protect, and she worthy of protecting. So are the rest of them that's in that hard situation. That's in a hard situation. See, you got to realize that we are privileged to be compensated by you too. See, that's a privilege. That's what makes us bold.
Facts.
So, like for instance, the fact that y'all are building landlord and I to do this full time, right?
Yeah.
Who do we owe? Who are we accountable to?
Y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sponsor us. Yeah.
So the accountability comes from us, you know, and then what we do with those relationships that we've already formed with the medias, with the Tolberts, with the players, like all the relationships that we do have. Then what we do is we talk with calm voices, sensible, good ideas. Can I say that again?
Facts. Rewind that. Stop the show. Rewind that for the people in the back. There you go. Get to them.
So what we do is we go talk to the influencers about accountability, but we're respectable voices.
Facts.
You know? So Law always says something. He say, man, somebody basically, man, forced into opinion is of the same opinion still, something like that. So
I think that's off of dang, what movie that's off of. I think of it, but yeah, that's dope. That Law got some dope drops over there too.
Man, Law, he killed it on
a monster with them drops.
Yeah, so it's almost like everybody got to know how to move and how to move together. Now, the thing that y'all do is y'all bring ideas to the table, y'all bring y'all voices, y'all support the people that got the independent voices and that can really say those things, and we go make it happen once we get the influence. See, because like think about it, what would Jalen Tolbert look like if he just went out there and just flamed Kellen Moore?
Facts. It's still an aspect of professionalism involved in this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a way of doing things. It's a way of doing business. You got to be able to be politically correct. That's just part of the business. And like he didn't even bash Kellen when I asked him personally. So that lets you know, like, even though we hadn't established no kind of relationship yet, he still wasn't finna just give me all this sauce like that. You know what I'm saying? It's still you still have to be reserved to a certain degree. Nobody could just think about it. What if Kellen didn't get fired? And then now he told me, hey man, Kellen Moore suck and I can't stand this system. What if he would have said that? And then I would have been a non-trustworthy person that came back and told everybody. Now he in Kellen Moore doghouse. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't risk that.
Doghouse.
Yeah, you can't risk that. But yeah.
So number 3, third thing, my boy Am said Jalen would have looked like a bitter B if he did that. Not a good look.
Facts.
And then hold on, I had a super chat up here too. My boy said, been on Jake from day one. When you see it, you just see it, man. Appreciate the super chat.
Absolutely.
Then Dwayne Brown with a super chat said, great show on last night, man. I appreciate it, big dog. Then we got another super chat from Tawan. Man, I appreciate that. He just showed love, man. Threw down 5 bones at the domino table, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. Yeah,
I always appreciate that. But see, that's the type of stuff, like these super chats is what allow us to just continue to be bold, man.
Give us that freedom. Yeah, that freedom.
And cause some people gotta do it, man. Like you gotta have people that want the job, the media job. Then you gotta have people that's content. Like, you know what? I just want to win, bro. I just want to win. Like, I don't care about the credit. Like, I don't care about getting popular in this space. Like, that's not my goal and my ambition. I want to be like Mike McCarthy.
Ooh.
Like Mike McCarthy said, I don't want to be known as this genius offensive coordinator. I actually want my quarterback to get all the credit.
I want to win.
You know, I just want to win. So
hey, what the boss land slogan is? We want what now? I don't know if you remember.
I definitely remember.
What we want?
We want supporters.
Supporters
We
over
love
subs.
subscribers. we like subscribers, but we want supporters. We appreciate every time y'all hit that.
Facts.
Every time y'all hit that subscribe button, appreciate it. Taking it to the next level is the other thing, though. The people that give the advice, the people that do the super chats, the people that share, like Joe Tricino. Joe Tricino, the first thing he did is he said, "Man, I shared this already to about 30 different groups."
We appreciate that. That's that MVP stuff. Yeah.
See, that's MVP. He like, it's more than just I listen to you guys, which we do appreciate. Like, we appreciate the eyeballs. We appreciate everybody that hit that like, all of that. But if we really trying to be a movement, it's gonna take more, you know, and whatever you can do. So if it's the money, that's good. If it's the sharing, that's good. If it's the likes, that's good. If it's the ideas, if it's the debates, if it's when you disagree, speaking your mind on it, all of that add up to our voices mattering and pushing ideas to the top.
Facts, man. So, okay, is it any more tidbits you want to go over with Iisha?
Yeah, man. And I'm just kind of highlighting kind of the people that's obviously coming together. Again, bro, she named another receiver.
Is it Simi? Not
she
Simi.
Talked about Simi.
Like, she giving out kind of sauce, man.
Y'all should see where I'm going.
Okay, I'm jumping the gun. Who was it?
She talked about two of them. I'm gonna put them together.
Go ahead.
Michael Gallup.
Okay. He looking springy again, I heard too, you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what she said, man?
What'd she say?
She said Michael Gallup looked like he put in that off season like Dez. She said Michael Gallup out there looking like he got a
My bad, man. You can't be making statements like that, bro. You can't be making statements like that and then think I supposed to just chill after that. Nah, she said like I supposed to just be calm after that. Nah, she said he had a Dez like off season.
Yeah, and my boy G said we'll see. It's not, listen, she not saying what they're gonna do. We are talking about what she saw. That's the point. So it's like she's in the building with these guys. You can see right now who been in the weight room.
Facts.
Landlord has a new black shirt that I've never seen. I have never seen this shirt. I can see that with my eyes. So everything that we're bringing to you is from the interview where we was trying to pull out of her, and she gave it to us. Who are the people that you can see put in the work? So we not necessarily yet talking about what's likely getting ready to happen, because that's when you can say we'll see.
Yeah, it got to translate to the field as well. But that don't debunk what she's saying. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm getting ready to make some bold predictions based on me listening to everybody, because I keep seeing a theme here. The theme that I keep seeing, I'm going to go ahead and just say it, and I'm going to stop teasing.
Go ahead.
That wide receiver room is the super sleeper room of the whole team.
Ah, man, I felt the same way once I seen Jalen Tolbert start stepping up. And then I told you, when I see the potential of Michael Gallup becoming Michael Gallup again, I think this room is slept on big time. And now it makes sense, boss, to where they did not invest too much in wide receiver in the draft. Because they already knew that it was mismanagement and it wasn't being done correctly. They knew what they had to do. They knew what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? They knew what they had to do. Even though I would have loved my boy Tank Dell now, because Tank Dell sound like he look like he going crazy right now. That's your Houston guy too. That's your Houston guy. Man, Tank look like he going crazy in count. Huh?
Yeah, we not surprised.
Yeah, he look like he going crazy in count. But
I didn't have too many receivers this draft with 3 stars.
Yeah,
one.
I told, man, that was my top guy.
He living up to what we all expected. He is somebody that has way better game speed than he had a 40 time. Like, he is the reason why you shouldn't put way too much stock in 40 times, especially when you're seeing clear game speed. Like, so it's a lesson that all of us should be better at. My boy G said again, pass ain't even on. See, this is the deal. Sometimes I could tell who played football and who didn't. And I'm not taking no shot at you. It's just that it's obvious you didn't play. Because Landlord played receiver. I played defensive back. I played it. I was an all-state corner, Division I athlete, played for the University of Houston. I'm going to tell y'all something. When we talking about skill positions, you don't need pass.
Pass don't matter, sir. Pass don't matter.
That's how you can tell who did play. Because if we talk, because the context of what we was talking about was the receivers. So then, you know, to say pass not even on LOL, it's like, nah, you trying to clown us and you clowning yourself. And
why you think in the off season, most of the focus, like the first, look at this. This gonna tell you everything you need to know. The first week of training camp, all eyes gonna be on the skill positions because of that.
Yeah,
because of that.
You can grade that where you need pads, linebacker,
D-line and stuff like that. Yeah,
D-line. That's where you need pads, you know. But when you talking about feet work, skills, catching,
coverage,
coverage, like you can see all of that immediately
right now.
Right now, like you can say right now, and that's why I'm excited from looking at all these tea leaves. What's really going on is that wide receiver room is way doper than we thought. So, because another person she highlighted from being out there majorly, Brandon Cook.
Man, wait a minute, boss. Wait a minute. Shout out to Coach Ma with the $5 super. He said she also said she thinks Cox interceptions and OTAs was a big nickel. Boss landlord, let's keep pushing that idea. Shout out to you, Coach Ma. But man, this just glowing reports from this wide receiver room, man. You know I can't contain myself. This. I'm like in the candy store, man. And then you got, bro, Dak is finna go crazy. I promise y'all, Dak is finna go off, bro. Mark my words, I stamped that. I'm solid on it. Dak Prescott is finna go crazy with these boys, man. And listen, Brandon Cook has been working wonders on this offseason. He is finna shape Jalen Tobin into an absolute monster. We already see that. He done took the young man under his wing. And look, we asked him stuff like that in the interview too. We like, hey, with a veteran like Cooks coming in, you might want to be right up under him, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what the young man been doing, man. So, listen, Cooks is an adaptable player. That's what I call him. That man is adaptable. Everywhere he went, he made immediate impact. And look, now Jalen Tobin is coming in trying to do the same thing. Who better for him to listen to? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a perfect situation for Jalen Tobin and for them young DBs to have Stephon Gilmore. I'm super bullish on these wide receivers, boss. I am. Super bullish.
It's time to put all 10 of your toes down now.
Solid on it.
Now it's time to put your 10 toes. If you own it, say you own it. And I'm gonna stand with you, landlord.
I'm solid. I'm solid on it. I'm solid on it. I said Jalen Tobin finna go out. Look, as soon as we fired Kellen Moore, I said Jalen Tobin going off. I put it on Twitter. Look, I'm the one that had the film session on Jalen Tobin, said I see everything physically. Physically, that young man got everything you want as a wide receiver. Everything. He blasting, exploding off the line of scrimmage. This young man got the footwork. He's high pointing the football. He's strong on the point of attack. His hands is strong. Look, it ain't much more you want from a wide receiver. Now, the man told you when it came down to him on the line of scrimmage, he got to think of 23 things every play. Now that is erased. All we asking Jalen Tobin to do is run a 7 route, run a 9 route, run a slant, run a dig. We asking him simple stuff like that, and that's exactly how he said he dominated, boss, when it came to South Alabama. His coaching staff was basically just pointing him in the right direction and saying, hey, do this. And he went and did that and went and cooked. Look, off of simple instructions like that, this man is cooking his whole division. Now, of course, it was D2, but at the same time, like I say, me and HTM and a lot of other people say this. If you playing small school ball, bro, you got to be a dominant force. And that's what he was. He told them folks up. And this man wasn't even that high in football IQ. He still went out there and dominated. That's what you want to see from a young player like that, man, especially at wide receiver. This young man is finna go off. And he going up against some fourth cornerbacks. Like, boss, I don't even think they recognize that. Most people don't go 4 deep like the Cowboys, though. You know what I'm saying? Most people ain't going 4 deep like us.
Yeah. No, not at all. I got 2 super chats. My boy Common Sense said, y'all got to remember, people that grew up in Dallas see it different. We born into this. Iisha represents us, you know, and that's a good point. Like, because I'm definitely not trying to say we better than anybody. At the same time, just kind of look at it like this: you go defend your home harder than you defend anything.
Fact.
That's why it's a certain thing as home field advantage. That don't mean you don't play hard on the road. That don't mean people that's on the road don't love the Cowboys more than we do or like we do. It's just that it's a mind state that we feel like we defending our turf.
Yeah,
it is different. It's like, for real, it is different with Iisha. It's different with me. And I'm not saying I'm better than nobody on the outside.
Yeah.
But that's a point to what my boy Common Sense is saying, is that you can trust us a little bit more because you know that we basically putting our heart into this. You know what I'm saying? So I like that super chat. My boy Keystone crazy. He said, the only time I saw Gilf's talent padded was in cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, appreciate that, man, with the $10, man.
Appreciate y'all support, man. Yep.
So the receiver room is getting ready to be crazy. And then let me just say one more thing about just Iisha, and then we can talk about whatever.
Okay.
I didn't even get this into the interview, but me and you can talk about this.
Let's do it.
One of the things that's been just going around, if you've been listening to everybody that's been associated with these practices that just ended, is the command of Dak.
Yeah.
To your point.
Yeah.
You was like, you was basically saying Dak is getting ready to go off. Yes. And this is the thing. When you hear about Dak having great days and Tolbert having great days and all that kind of stuff, and Brandon Cook 60-yard touchdowns, we got to keep in mind a couple of things. This is against a top 2 defense.
Hey, wait a minute. Say that one more time for the people in the back, because they don't be listening sometime, boss. They don't be listening sometime, man. They don't be listening. Say that one more time, bro. A top what now?
Yeah, see, because I'm trying to put it together why we should be optimistic right now. You know? So, like, it's been a lot of talk about Dak, his command, this Texas coast, and it been giving that defense fit. But you got to keep in mind, in context, to just repeat myself, this is against the number 2 defense with a lot of depth.
Ah, man, we just said.
And I said number 2.
Wait a minute, boss. Defense. Wait a minute. The big dog law says, shoot me the trap link. No need to go live by myself. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Now look, Law, you know we gotta have you in here. Now it ain't gonna look the best, but we gonna get you in here. Y'all gotta bear with me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna shoot Law the link. We gonna shoot Law the link. Let's do it, man. We gotta get Law in the building. Wait a minute.
Man, what in the world is going on today?
Elaborate for me for a short minute for me, real quick.
I can talk all day, man. You know I do it all day.
Yes, sir.
So, man, just as he working, because I already know what's happening is right now some good teamwork. He's working on the plane. In the back, I'm getting ready to drive. So y'all hear me out, because I do got a lot that I'm getting ready to say right now. So this is the deal when I'm really kind of putting it together, right? So all of us has been privileged, like when you listen to what Landlord did, right? Super chat real quick from my boy Elp. He said, Lab, respectfully, you're wrong. I grew up in church, fam, and after you visited a church more than once, you are no longer a visitor. Dallas is now my home and defended as such.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I give y'all, I gotta respectfully bow out on that type of vibes. You know what I'm saying? I am an Alabama kid, but look, listen to me. I fight tooth and nail for them Cowboys, bro. Look,
I know,
everybody that know me, bro, they know I'm a Cowboy fan first. On my, they know that. So I understand now. I understand what y'all got going on. It's no disrespect. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta shout a Cowboy, bro. We love them too. We love them too. That's all we said.
We definitely share the boys. It ain't no doubts about that, man. And I love how we everywhere and people. I put it like this: when I was living in Houston, I ain't gonna never forget. It was a dude from H-Town. He said, "Man, you don't love the Cowboys like me." I said, "Hold on, bro.
I'm from Dallas.
That's my home, bro." And he didn't care. He didn't care. Yeah. He didn't care that I was from Dallas. He was, "I don't care. You don't love the Cowboys more than me." I said, "Wait, bro." I said, "How is that even possible?" I said, "That is my home." You know?
Hey, that dude hit different though.
From there, dog. But he didn't. So, but that showed me the passion. Like it's what it is. It's the passion. Now that don't have no demographic. You can be from England, and you can have landlord passion and my passion. You know what I mean?
Law, I shot it to you in the text message. So, let me know if I need to send it another way. But we appreciate you, man. You know we got to get Big Dog Law in here, man. You know we got to. Law first time in the trap. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Law the only dude that I ever let my production be ugly for.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He the only dude that I say, yeah, we ain't really got no plan perfect link for you, but come on.
We just gonna throw it together. Hey, we building this plane like he say in the air, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, this is a dope surprise. And then listen, let me say one more thing too, because I heard this from a couple of different people that didn't even talk. Right?
Okay.
I want to say this, bro. The final word ain't the same when anybody is missing, bro.
Yeah.
It's not the same, bro.
Man, I tell y'all that's the best show on TV.
It was not. It was not the same without Law yesterday, bro. It's not the same when Big not there. It's not the same with OC not there. It's not the same now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's you can just feel the difference. I feel it as I'm producing it. It's like Law got that wit. He funny. Then he also like know the Cowboys like the back of his hand. He'll go pull out some like photographic memory research. He'll go back to the days of Staubach, and he'll sit back and just. But anyway, man, like but we all getting ready to be like that with each other too, man. I think we forming some massive basketball alliances, like what you seeing with Bossland. What we're doing now.
Dynamic duo, man. That's Kobe and Shaq right now, man. You know
this Kobe and Shaq stuff in the rock, y'all. So I'll get ready.
Shout out to me, Patrice Langford with the 199. I appreciate you, man. She said Virginia passion in the building. Hey, man, I'm telling y'all got to share it. Now, look, that just show you how, look, I want y'all to know, bro. Listen, landlord go hard for them Cowboys, man. That's all I'm going to say. Landlord go hard. Listen, hey, we love them boys too, man. We do. But Miss Patrice said, "Hey, Virginia in the building." Like that just show you how great of a team this is. We worldwide. We got people who ready to fight the hometown people about the fandom. Like we dead serious. Like, hey, come on now. We out here. Yeah. We out here. Yeah. But one thing I say, of course it is. Of course I understand. Cause like I don't even want to imagine if I was really from Dallas. I'd probably be like too outrageous with it. I probably have stars all over my face and everything. I'd probably be crazy.
Imagine that, bro. Like imagine it was the Alabama Dallas Cowboys.
Look, but listen though. Listen.
Come on.
Look, this I want y'all to know this though. One thing about me, I promise y'all, if Alabama got an NFL football team tomorrow, I'd still be a Cowboy fan. Straight up. It will not change. That'll be my secondary team, maybe. Like, you know what I'm saying? If the Cowboys ain't playing them, I root for them. Like, I hope they win. But my top priority will still be the Cowboys. So that's how it is over here. So yeah, I totally understand. So it is its pros and cons in that type of aspect. Like, of course, y'all, I can't fight the original origins of Dallas. Like, I can imagine. But look,
bro, and then this is the thing.
Yeah.
My high school was the Cowboys, bro. I was a
that's crazy.
Bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I was going to high school when they was winning the championships.
Oh, y'all ripping.
I was driving.
Y'all ripping. Was y'all color blue and white too?
It was blue and red. I played in Texas Stadium.
Hey, I'm jealous on that.
My best memories was playing in the Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I earned my scholarship. So, and I love how people putting where they from, man. Shout out. Put where you from,
You
man.
can't do this nowhere else, man. You can't do this nowhere else.
You rep the Cowboys, man. We want to see where y'all from.
You want to know why, boss? You want to know why they can't do this nowhere else?
We are America's
That's
team.
why.
The most watched.
That's
the
why.
most hated.
Yeah.
Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
Shout out to Miss Patrice. They tuning in every Sunday. I love that drop. Shout out to Bubba Dub. But shout out to Miss Patrice Langford with the $4.99. She said, those years I spent in Texas took my fandom to a new height. Point blank period. I'm windmilling for them boys. Hey, she ready to throw down, Miss Patrice. Miss Patrice. Wait a minute.
Virginia.
Wait a minute.
Baytown.
Wait a minute.
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I think
we.
Let me see how I do this.
Savannah, Georgia. Dallas, Texas in the house.
Wait a minute.
Ooh, I see that. I like this. I love it. Ooh, y'all everywhere. St. Louis. Ooh.
We got the OG Law Nation in the building, sir. How you doing?
What's good?
What's happening?
Man, it's all good, man.
What's happening, man? What's happening? Let's get it, y'all. We got Law Nation in the trap, baby. It's a glorious day, man. How you doing today, Mr. Law Nation?
Man, I'm doing well, man. I just said, man, let me get in on this.
Hey,
man.
let's go.
Some good stuff, man. Let me get in on this. I was about to hit live on my end. I said, shoot, man, let me jump over here in the trap, man.
Hey, that's true. That's true.
Boss, man,
that's true right there, man. That's true right there. So you came in at a great time. So we
hold
finna.
On real quick, Landlord.
Oh, go ahead.
It's an echo with Law.
It's an echo with him?
It's an echo with me.
I don't really hear it. Let me see.
It might be just in my ears. If it's just in my ears, chat, let me know, because it might be just an echo in my ears. If that's the case, I can get through it.
How loud sound to y'all? Give me a 1 if y'all hear the echo on loud. Sound good to me.
ALX.
Y'all give me a 1.
It's good. They saying it's good.
Okay. Shout out to everybody.
It's good.
Shout out to Roster X with the $5 super. He said trap booming. Shout out to Dwayne Brown with the $2 super. He says Memphis 70% Cowboy. Hey man, look, I grew up without a team, so you know, bro. I fight. They feel just like mine, just like y'all. I ain't gonna care. Like, Alabama didn't have nothing.
Struggle,
yeah.
I know your struggle, man. I'm from Mississippi.
Yeah.
So we had to just paper, rock, scissors for a team over here, man. I'm glad I picked the Cowboys, though.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. But now we finna look at some of the stuff I was about to talk about. I want to get all y'all perspective on it. So let me see. Can I pull this stuff up? Okay.
About what you learned about these guys during the process individually, just like a brief.
This is the man over the Shrine Bowl, the East-West Shrine Bowl, talking about our draft picks. And I want to see if y'all idea, what is this on a scale of 1 to 10? Is this woo or not? Because he's talking very glowingly. So, yeah, we got Boss in the building at the right time. So let's
notes of what your time is spent like with these three players.
Eric Scott was a guy that not a lot of people appreciate in the NFL even, but I think he impressed at Pro Day after the Shrine Bowl and then the whole draft process. He's going to be a press, physical corner who can bump and run you down the field, who can play a little bit vertically and have great ball skills. I think they're going to find a role for him early on. I would not be surprised at all if he ends up being in their 3-4 man rotation at corner early on, despite being a day 3 pick.
Wait a minute now. So hold on. He must not be aware of the Cowboys' depth at cornerback. So did y'all hear what he said? What y'all thinking about that? Play it back one more time. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, one more time.
Hold on.
It's about what you learned about these guys during the process individually, just like a brief cliff notes of what your time is spent like with these three players.
Eric Scott was a guy that not a lot of people appreciated in the NFL even, but I think he impressed at Pro Day after the Shrine Bowl and then the whole draft process. He's going to be a press, physical corner who can bump and run you down the field, who can play a little bit vertically and have great ball skills. I think they're going to find a role for him early on. I would not be surprised at all if he ends up being in their 3-4 man rotation at corner early on, despite being a day 3 pick.
So what y'all thinking about that, man? What y'all thinking about it? Is that wee woo or is it, legitimate? Let's see what y'all thinking about it.
You want to go first? You want to jump on that first, boss?
I say legitimate.
Oh, you think he gonna break the cornerback rotation?
Based on how he said it. Based on how he said it, because, and then I had to think about the depth and what's kind of going on. Right?
Yeah.
So I think about J. Lou with that foot. They already pretty much put out there that he gonna likely start on the pup. So he gonna start training camp on the pup. And I know from playing corner that corner is you gotta work on your feet on a year-round basis. So I'm concerned if you starting on the pup, when do you really kind of get your feet and work on your feet enough to be ready for like game situations? So J. Lou is scaring me then, which opens up a door for Eric, in my opinion. Then you got Kevin in the doghouse, even though he can maybe play himself out of it, but he gonna have to win back the crowd. But the crowd but everybody else don't seem like they believe in Joseph right now. So he kind of working himself back up, but he at the bottom trying to work himself up, which opens up a door for Eric. Nashawn Wright actually played good, but nobody giving a damn.
they ain't studying that, man.
Which opens the door for Eric, right? So I'm looking at all the scenarios which can make it possible. I see windows for him to have some Bland luck, you know, and especially if he comes in and he balls like Bland did last year, they'll easily move somebody to the side. You know, the only thing that gives me reservation on it, just to be honest, is I can't get out my mind how bad Jalen Tolbert cooked him. It just went, you know.
But look though, I give just a little pushback. He did do good against Zay though. He did decent against Zay Flowers though. You know what I'm saying?
And you do sometimes got to take that next year jump, to where you needed one more year of development. So me whooping your ass as a junior don't mean I'm gonna do that as a senior, right?
Facts.
Because we can say that happened with Diggs and Chase. Yeah, Chase smoked Diggs in college. When them boys got to the league, that boy had that seasoning, man. He had that mama's cooking on him.
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I mean? So
yes, sir.
So it was a different Diggs. So I can definitely say the upside, but I was just being honest on where I could give this a wee woo of about a 7.
It's still high.
Yeah, that's high. It's still high.
Oh man. I thought you was a believer for a second. All that good stuff.
It's still a 7, but it's not a 10, but I give it a 7 on Wee Woo.
Okay, what you think about it, Law Nation?
Well, just to echo what Boss was saying is basically I just look at if Eric can get his feet together. I think that he got the physical traits. I think he got the height or what have you and the foot speed, believe it or not. So I'm looking at this Eric Scott Jr. kid as a guy that can transcend as long as he get the right and proper coaches. Granted, when I like players who went from JUCO to actually going up a level. He went from Butler Community College over to USM, so that's pretty good. So he's always got his back against the wall. Those type of players tend to have a chip on the shoulder, a la Sam Williams, right? He went to JUCO first. A la Aaron Rodgers, although I can't stand him. He went to JUCO first. Even Cam, he went to Newton. Cam Newton went to JUCO before he made it to the other levels of Auburn or what have you. So I look at all of those things. So you got a guy that's going to come in hungry and ready to eat, and he will be given an opportunity, and he probably would not let it down. So if he is like the Deron Bland of what we seen last year, because they got almost the same traits and size or what have you, I'm rolling with that. You can go ahead and drop me the trap beat right now because I'm rolling with it.
Man. Law said he trapped out on that. Law said he solid on it.
No wee woo.
Hey, no wee woo. Oh, y'all believe in it. So okay. It looks like I'm gonna have to be the one that Boss said a 7 though. So you know. But
it's a 7 on likelihood.
I think this room is far too deep, bro. I think it's too deep because this room is super deep. I think we forgetting about the players that we have. You know, we got, of course, Stephon Gilmore, Trayvon Diggs. Now you got Deron Bland. Come on now, you got Nashawn Wright, Kelvin Joseph. They giving him good reviews as of late. I mean, that's 5 deep right there. You know what I'm saying? And you lucky to get 4 people on the field at one time. So we'll see. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. I don't see him breaking the rotation at all. Like, just being real. Then we ain't even named Jordan Lewis. We didn't even name Jordan Lewis, and he's back.
I actually did.
Oh yeah, you did, but I didn't. That's on me.
I made a case against them 3. I made a case against 3 of those guys where he could maybe fit in there. You know?
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about Nashawn Wright, right?
Yeah.
Kevin Joseph coming out of a doghouse, but he playing better, starting to get a little bit of buzz. And then on top of that, Jordan Lewis with that injury.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that is 4 starting corners in a dime package.
So
he just got to break into the top 4.
That's why I said I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. But hey, if he come out here and ball out, who he would have to beat? Who would he have to beat? Let's say that.
Because they comped him to Bland, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he looking Bland-ish, he is breaking into that top 4, bro.
But I don't see that though.
Let me raise a question though, right quick. And granted, Bland got his opportunity based off of injury, but did we foresee Bland starting last season or even doing the levels of production that he did last year?
I didn't at all.
Right. So unless we got the magic touch over there with Will McClay and all of those boys and Joe Witt Jr. and as well as Al, what's his last name, Harris?
Mm-hmm.
We may have the magic touch over there. So if you got because I believe that the Cowboys draft in this particular way. They draft high ceiling, knowing that they can fill that up with their coaches, and we're about to see that.
Facts.
We're about to see
Facts.
That's so facts.
Yeah,
so
I think that's a good one.
Over here, he said, "Do we still have Tyler Cole?" I'm not sure.
I know, and that boy, if he's on the practice squad.
he's on the he's on it. He's still here.
I knew.
Yeah. Cause I don't Tyler Cole. That's the safety, right? He ain't even no DB. But I guess you could talk about him. But look, we got one more. I guess we got a couple more, I think. He said, he talked about each 3 of them that played in the Shrine Bowl. And they saying the Shrine Bowl coming to Frisco, Texas too, boss. So it'll be down there from now on, look like.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's about what you learned about these guys during the process individually, just like a brief.
And had a great ball.
Okay.
From early on. I would not be surprised at all if he ends up being in their 3-4 man rotation at corner early on, despite being a day 3 pick. Junior Fehoko was banged up towards the end of his college season, didn't end up playing the game for the Shrine Bowl, but just personality-wise, he obviously got family that played in the NFL, and he just was very focused on, hey, what should I? He asked me early on, what do I get better at for the NFL? He was laser focused on what are the things step by step I have to do to be successful in the NFL, and a lot of guys will ask that question. Not a lot of guys follow up and all right, I did this. What else can I do? I think he has the right mindset. And last but not least, my guy Schoon had a great year, got banged up towards the end of his senior season, but then crushed the draft process, interviewed outstandingly. He's a pro's pro. He was a top recruit in high school, a top player in college coming in, and the Cowboys got an absolute great value in Luke Schoonmaker.
You heard what he said, right?
On the Weeble scale.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let him finish real quick.
And it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Finish all of these? Because you're going to have me going crazy. Plus my super chats adding up.
Look, that's all. No, that's all. That was it right now. That was it right now.
I'm ready to talk.
Yeah, so I already knew you was going. I knew they were going to set out them alarms for that Schoonmaker take. So go ahead and get them, boss. Go on, get them.
Can I get to my super chat?
Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing.
All right, so Cover says say, he said, sorry, I was driving, but I gotta depend what I started. $10 for my 3 favorite creators.
Shout out to you.
DFW, repping the Cowboys, it's like somebody talking about your mama. Outside of Texas, it's like somebody talking about your daddy. I think that's well said. I think that's well said. Like, I think that's well said.
I
It's
get
like
it to y'all.
it's no way to love your mama over your daddy. So if you're from Dallas, you love it like love the Cowboys like your mama. What he's saying, and if you're not from Dallas, you love the Cowboys like you love your daddy.
But the thing about it though, look, there's one thing I want to say though.
You finna go too far.
No, I ain't. Look, all I'm gonna say is we be in the trenches more than y'all though. It's more people that love Dallas in Dallas. We out here with the ops every day. Our ops right here with us.
Hey, yo, pass me a lighter. I'm trying to smoke me out.
We in the trenches. Some of us, we got people in New York, they around ops every day. I'm out here in Alabama, we around ops every day. I would love to be able to go to the grocery store and be like, how about them Cowboys?
Let them know when you walk into a building, you got that silver and blue on. You get charged up, man.
Facts.
Real talk by everybody. And they sit there saying, and they laugh and they scoff it off face. So when I got out here in Dallas land with my silver and blue on, they embrace
See that? It's different. It hit different.
Where we walk. But over there in Mississippi, man, it's hard to find people like us, man.
Talk to them, Law. Talk to them.
It's hard to be in the trap house, baby. You know how it goes.
Hey, this is all I'm saying now. Look, it's pros and cons. I said it's pros and cons on each side. But no lie, we be in the trenches for them boys now. I would love to go to the grocery store and everybody telling me how about them Cowboys. When I'm walking with my silver and blue on, I got to fight every day. Right. Oh, you a Cowboy fan? Oh, yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan. Yeah, I got to argue every day. So it's a little different now. I can't wait to go to Dallas. I can't wait to go to Dallas and get embraced for once for being a Cowboy fan.
I'm going to tell you something, bro. You know, I wanted to fight you on there, but you ain't told no lie.
Oh, that's all I'm saying, bro.
You ain't told no lie. Listen, my instinct was to try to punch at that. Yeah. But the real in me was like, you can't fight.
You can't fight that, bro. We be in the trench about them boys though. So I gotta defer to y'all. But yeah.
Because I lived in Houston.
Yeah.
So, you know,
it's they hating that though.
So I knew both worlds. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I know you telling the truth that in Dallas, it is a bunch of friends. Very few enemies.
Landlord and boss, I forgot to say this too, though. We feel embraced when we go to LA though. Cowboys run LA. And I don't even hold my tongue when I say Cowboys run LA. I can't even when I get off the plane. Hey, Law Nation. Hey, Cowboys. Hey, how about them Cowboys? So we run the West Coast too. So we rolling with that though. You know, that's another part.
All facts.
That's fire right there.
That DMV is like home too.
See, I ain't been to the DMV yet.
Been there 2 or 3 times though, but yeah, DMV. I heard that it's like that too.
Cowboy fans think of.
Hey, my cousin them in Kansas City said it's a huge Cowboy following in Kansas City. So that Jay Took out there, but they say it's a big Cowboy following out there. So, bro, we are America's team for a reason now. So I know they hold a special place in y'all heart, but that same place over here too now. No lie.
Hey, just think about this too though. All of our name got enforcements on it. You know, you the landlord. You know what I'm saying? So wherever you go, you walking around with authority. And then my guy, Boss Cowboy, he's the boss. Man, he's walking around with the authority. And now you put law in there. Everybody, no one is above the law, baby. Come on, baby.
Law got me lit this morning, so y'all gotta forgive.
Can I get a couple of more super chats real quick?
Do your thing.
Real quick, and then I want to get to what you were talking about with them draft boys.
Right.
On that wee woo scale. He said, my boy Covers said, you fight hard for both, but harder for mama. Oh,
yeah, you right.
You start stuff.
He right.
You start stuff. I ain't gonna even get into that. Yeah, but he right though, man. I fight for my turf. That's real though. But take this, that Bumbo Bob Hicks said, landlord right. The hate is hard if you're not in Dallas. I wear Cowboys gear every day. The hate is real, and I'm in Florida. Yeah,
we got to stand on it, bro. We got to stand on it, man.
I think that's a fair balance. If you outside of Dallas, you go be realer from a standpoint of you boxing more. And I know that's true. I boxed all the time in Houston.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's why I say it's pros and cons on both ends. So that's all. That was all we wanted to express.
That's
but go
fair.
ahead.
No, that's
yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's those battles make you love it more. I get it.
Yes.
It make them wins and losses hurt more too.
Listen, look, your Facebook probably don't even blow up like mine. Look, when the Cowboys lose, bro, my whole city is tagging me. They doing me dirty on Facebook. Like, look, when my city think about the Cowboy, bro, I'm one of the top people they think about. They going straight to me, sending me memes, tagging me. That's what happens when my Cowboy lose. So it's a whole different vibe, man. I'm just telling you.
That's fair. I ain't fight what's fair, bro. Got another super chase that other fan bases can't talk a mile in our shoes with what being a Cowboy fan comes with. Ooh, that's true.
Facts.
Constant hate, 3-letter networks, manufactured hate, bias analysis.
Shots from everywhere. Shots from everywhere. So now, let's go. Yeah. Oh, you got the shots over there. Let's get it. But now we can talk about that wee-woo scale. Now, the Junior Feihoku, you know, this is Boss Cowboy segment, so we got to get you first, sir. The wee-woo scale. Okay, on the Junior Feihoku take, what you think about that, what he said about Mr. Junior?
I love this take.
Okay.
I loved it. The only thing about it made sense from a lot of different standpoints. He spoke about that he's a generational football player with a family that played. A lot of people don't factor that into their analysis, but that is a major part of an analysis. Because see, you got to think about what's around him. You think about that he's already been around NFL trainers, NFL diets. He's been around the draft process. He saw the perks of being a successful football player, which gives him incentive to be disciplined as he going through college, you know? So all of that generally kind of plays out to a better pro. So the only reason I'm not bullish on him making an immediate impact is because the room is so epically deep. But in terms of what he's going to likely do as a depth player and a future player, I'm super bullish on that.
Can I ask you a question? Which position are you putting him as? Are you putting him as a defensive tackle? Because you know they say they want to play him inside, or are you counting him as a DN?
I think me and Law saw this the same because we said this the same time and never talked to each other. I see Bennett in him. I see Bennett.
Michael Bennett.
Put him on the inside. He's the next Michael Bennett. He gonna be, in my opinion, I see him as a dream 3 tech. Dream 3 tech. Somebody that's gonna be a pass rush demon on passing downs. Like when he really get going, I don't think we go probably see year 1, but I think around year 2, year 3, when he, start getting his man legs and the steak and potatoes start kicking in, and then also working with the top elite trainers around the Metroplex, because we really do have the best trainers in the world right here in Dallas.
Facts.
It's gonna pay off for him. So I'm bullish on it, except any kind of immediate impact. But in terms of him as a player, super bullish.
Okay. So what you thinking about it, Mr. Law Nation?
I'm bullish too, and that's how he plays. He plays like a bull in the china shop. I do agree. The assessment is Michael Bennett on the high end. He can be that kind of caliber of player, or on the low end, he can be a Tyrone Crawford, just being 1,000 with you guys. Tyrone was a tweener. He was a guy that was never big enough to be inside all day and never small enough to be on the outside. So they played around with him. Although from the interior aspect, when Tyrone Crawford was healthy and ready, he gave you about 5 or 6 sacks inside. I believe he ended up with 7 sacks one season. So if we can get some of those production from him, once he understands and get the levels of the game, he can be a better version of a Tyrone Crawford, or on the high end, a Michael Bennett. Now, keep this in mind. What I like about his tape over both of those boys is how he stopped the run. Think about this. We count, and I know my guy Boss Cowboy count tackles for losses just like sacks.
Facts. Facts.
We do. And he had 43 to 44 of those things last season, or overall, I meant to say, for his collegiate career. So if he can live in the backfield, and we got the monster Mozzie inside, as well as my guy Micah Parsons on the outside, and all of those other boys, woo, let me get that trap beat one more time.
Hey, Hey, you know you ain't got to tell me to hit that button right now. Look, people can't stand me for that button, but also, hey, you know, I got that one loaded up for you.
Hey man, my boy Law hit a groove on it.
Hey, Law going crazy today. I love it. You gotta turn up when you in the trap, man. Shout out to
Law hit a groove on it.
Hey, we lit today, man. It's a Thursday. It's a Trap Thursday in Boss Land, man. Shout out to JC says, I see Tyrone Crawford as well, guys, with Feihoku. Okay, I like the comparisons. I like the comparisons with the Tyrone Crawford and Michael Bennett. But one thing I will say, to me, I look at it like it's kind of dangerous because of him being a tweener. You know what I'm saying? Tweeners are really a dangerous, you know, it just depends, because you either a guy that can't fit nowhere or you versatile. Them the two things. It's no in between. You see what I'm saying? It's really no in between, in my opinion. You either versatile or you just can't find a place to put you. So the one thing I do like about him, he got a high motor though. This dude don't play around. He's violent the way he plays and the way he approached the football game. So I think that's gonna work well for him. So when you undersized like he is, if he going to play the 3 tech, that high motor is gonna work wonders for him. So the one thing I will say though, what y'all think about this take? And I love Osa, but it looks like he gonna be the one that make Osa be like, you know what I'm saying? Because that look like that'll be the battle right there. He look like he's one of those people. You know what I'm saying? He look like he might have a potential to be a Osa. What you think about that?
I see more pass rush moves than.
Oh yeah, he is a more violent with it though. Yeah.
I see more pass rush, and that's why I'm leaning more Bennett than Crawford.
Yeah.
And see, I think Law did it like the most balanced. He gave the upside and the floor. You know, so the good news is this: if you the high side of Bennett, oh my God, we celebrate.
We going crazy. Yeah,
we celebrate, right? Because then that's a 10-year player, right? If we talking about Crawford, that's still a 10-year player.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and that's somebody that you could trust. Like, you could trust Crawford, and he was the one that created a lot of one-on-ones for Tank. You know, so. But I definitely agree with you that position can get lost in the sauce. But I just see, to your point, just too much violence with his hands, too much pass rush moves, too much pursuit to the ball, too much upside. I just think it's gonna land more Bennett than Crawford.
Yeah, I think
I got a couple of super chats over here real quick. I just wanted to get to them.
Okay, go ahead, do your thing.
My boy said he said, my boy Am said, boss, remember that's where Damn Dat came from. A fight in the grocery store before the game defending the Star. Georgia live in Dallas, Texas repping. Yeah, he right. He was basically kind of echoing your point, landlord, that he was sitting in the store one day and somebody hit him up hating on him, and he walked away, and then he thought to himself and said, damn that, and went back to confront the dude.
Yeah.
But he was that became famous on Boss Cowboy Sports because damn that was funny as hell.
Okay.
Because he didn't know when he said it, we all picked up on it. I said, boy, you said damn that? He said, damn that. Anyway.
Okay.
So so Defending the Star brought that. And then my boy Action said, the feds watching. Y'all got the plug in the building.
Hey.
Yeah, we know the feds watching, man. That's, you know.
Absolutely.
The feds are watching.
We in the trap. You know the phone's tapped. You already know that. You already know the phone's tapped in the trap. Now, okay. Now let's get into Mr. Schoonmaker. I know you interested in that, Mr. Boss Cowboy Sports. So go ahead and fire off, man. Go on fire off now.
Law said it best. We draft these guys for upside potential, but then we lean on the coaches to get them there.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say it no better than that. You can't add to that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Right? The issue with Schoonmaker that I'm sensing though, y'all got to get them coaches time to cook soon.
Yeah.
You got to get them coaches because he coming in already cooked when it come down to blocking. He's a mature blocker.
Facts.
So he's already ready to get pulled out the oven. He's gonna make an impact where we need to lean on him, maybe help out a right tackle if we're anticipating injuries or swinging situations or reshuffling and all of that, right? You can anticipate that, so he's going to aid in that situation. Where people need to allow him to cook is in his route running. I'm just being all the way honest. He needs to spend some time with Footwork King to develop more nuance in his routes, because he does not have that. I don't care what nobody say, it's not there yet. Linda Wells is going to have to build that into him. The best part is, like what Law said, is he does have the raw measurables to be somebody that you can stack the blocks with, you know. So, but he got work to do, y'all. I'm not gonna be the one to lie to y'all and act like he getting ready to be this super amazing offensive threat. If he does, I'll be the first to say I'm completely surprised. But from what I saw with him coming out of Michigan, he does need just a little bit refinement, and it's just in his body language. It's not in his athleticism. It's selling the route. It's selling the deception. It's being able to give you the dead leg and having a plan on your attack. He doesn't have a plan of attack, and I know it when I watch him. He goes in and out of his breaks with no deception, you know. So he's going to need to develop that, because even Witten later in his career had that as an old man. Because see, when he totally lost his speed, that's all he had was his deceptive body language. And then Schultz developed that as he was in the league. So I'm not gonna rush the cooking. I'm gonna let him cook. I would want him to be tight end 2. I think that's gonna fit him, develop potentially to tight end 1, but I'm not oversold, and I give it a wee-woo scale on the optimism on that. It depends on what you're talking about. Optimism on his blocking, no wee-woo, 0.
He all the way there with that.
Optimism scale on him being an instant impact weapon, 10.
Boss said an absolute 10, a perfect 10. So okay, we got already seen that coming a mile away. So okay, what's your thought? What's your thoughts is, Law Nation?
Well, my thoughts are there's 2 guys in the building that I can look back at and say, okay, this will give me hopes. And that's one being Mike McCarthy. He always good with tight ends. And the other one is Wells. Coach Wells figure out ways to scale and get guys playing up to their levels of good. Because think about it. Schultz was pretty much just in the middle of the road guy. And then Wells got here and then helped him out tremendously and got money in that man's pocket. So I'm trusting Wells, and I'm trusting the system that we're going to go into. On top of that, from a tight end perspective, all I want him to be is ancillary, not primary, ancillary, you know? So he should come in flats, check down if possible. Hey, block on the edge. Can he inline block? Can he get to the seam? And I seen those type of things. And keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If we have to lean on Schoonmaker or even Ferguson or Peyton Hendershot, we are in deep trouble anyway. You know, you got to start utilizing the big 3. I'm talking about Gallup. I'm talking about Brandon Cook. And last but not least, see Dangerous Lamb, baby. Those are the people that we want to focus on, because I heard from the playmaker. The playmaker himself said, hey, too many times the Cowboys were leaning on the ancillary and not the primary. So I come here to tell y'all right now, this should be an opportunity, prime time for my guy CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks to cook. Not Schoon.
Law cooking today. Law is going crazy today. Oh man, how I supposed to come behind that? How I supposed to come behind that now? That's not fair. We're gonna have to rearrange this order, you know what I'm saying? This order of operations going on, you know.
Is this rested, Law? Is this how Law is when you rested?
Law is cooking today. Yeah, he cooking. Well, I guess I gotta try to come behind this, but you know what I'm saying? When it comes to Luke Schoonmaker, I will say, like, I think the way that the offense will be used, I don't see Schoonmaker being this big time part of it. If you look at the way Mike McCarthy used his tight ends, When he had a nice tight end, he'll throw on the ball. But when it wasn't just a normal tight end, he wasn't really utilizing them like that. And then, he really cooked with his 4 wide receivers. So now he looks like he will have the 4 wide receivers again. In Mike McCarthy's reign in Green Bay, most of his offenses, he had 4 good receivers. He had Donald Driver, Jordan Nelson, and all them guys. They was cooking like that. It wasn't really dependent upon the tight end to that degree. So what I think the Dallas Cowboys will do with their tight ends is, I think they just going to ask Schoonmaker to block like he been doing in college. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's all they going to ask him to do. Now, when it comes to the wide receivers, I think the wide receivers is going to cook. So I don't really see Schoonmaker like making or breaking us at all. So I really look at like Mike McCarthy just going to find a way to utilize his wide receivers and prioritize them over the tight end. I don't see the tight end being as a dominant force as it was in Kellen Moore's scheme. Like, that's just the way I'm seeing it.
I think that's a super fair analysis, man. Like, extremely fair analysis and expectation of the Texas Colts. So, like, perfectly to add to just what you're saying, then, is there's no need to panic regardless over that pick. Like, a lot of us wasn't as high on the pick because of our hope in guard, and it was a reach, because they called it a value. It was a reach.
Hey, man, wait a minute. Boss going out of my He said that was a reach, sir.
I'm just telling the truth.
He said we ain't let you slide with that verbalism you just said, bro. Nah, we got to call you out on that, sir. No, it was not a value pick.
Value pick, no. See, I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. That's not saying he's not a good player. Value is basically getting something better than what the price usually is. I'm gonna say that again. Value is getting something better than the price usually is. It was an overwhelming grade on him over around the 4th grade. So from a value, from a player standpoint, that does not mean he's not going to be perfect for what we need. So what I'm doing is I'm just being like very anal about the term value and where we picked him. He was a reach. And I also don't care if you reach, because see, when the reason why the Dallas Cowboys really went after him, I think they are concerned about the early part. Terrence Steele, they are anticipating, likely, in my opinion, probably helping some tackle, whoever that might be, especially if there's a sudden injury that it happens. You gonna need to have a guy that coming in is gonna be able to chip block, help out, have the maturity, right? That's why the age with him is actually important. To some teams, they wouldn't want a 25-year-old. But because of what we need going into the season, he made sense to the Cowboys. So, but to try to sell me and try to act like he was not a reach, that's just not true.
No doubt. And then, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, hear you fine.
Yeah, okay. I think it was either Coach Marv or it could have been you, boss. You look at Zach Kuntz, who was drafted in the later rounds. We were looking at it like, you could have gotten that in the later rounds, like a Zach Kuntz versus a Luke Schoonmaker. And granted, Schoonmaker's raw scores are really high, and we can see potentials there. But at the same time, there was so much value in the second round that you could have did something else. And I do agree with you. Although the Cowboys, we didn't need it to draft the most, because those who draft the most need the most. I already had our score prediction or our record prediction, 12 to 13 wins before the draft. So we are good in that sense because we are already a talented team.
Facts.
It's just the value acquisition of it is kind of like wee-woo-ish.
Yeah. I like what he said, man. Law just dropped the ball. He said those who need the most draft the most. You know what I'm saying? That's a ball right there, man, because we already was a talented team. Now we just putting the icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? We don't need stars, really. We got stars at a lot of positions. We need those voids filled. That's all we needed. That's why the Mozzie Smith pick was so great for us, because that's something we've been needing for years. You know what I'm saying? We've been needing to invest in the interior defensive line. We've been needing to invest in that. And we finally just, bit our teeth and just, went ahead and invested in it. So it's good that we went ahead and this was a draft that we could just fill those voids that we've been lacking it. That's all it was. Yeah.
Yes, no, but I like the segment, man, and I felt like for the most part those guys was trying to be fair. I think we do know the Dallas Cowboys more intimately than they do.
Yeah,
just keeping it real.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah,
we know the Cowboys way more intimately. But if I was grading how they kind of broke us down from a potential standpoint, that was one of the fairest from outsiders that I've seen. Shout out to those guys. I think that was a good clip.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a clip that was kind of filled with clickbait. Those guys was really talking football.
Yeah.
They was giving an analysis that was really based on a football analysis. And we agree with most of it. It's just some of it I just thought was just a little bit wee-woo-ish.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I felt like they was very fair.
Now, this is the last thing we could talk about before we wrap it up. I do got Micah Parsons in the description, so we got to go over
what
that.
you learned about these guys.
Okay, hold on. Make sure I get past that. Okay, this is Brian Baldinger talking to Mike.
Or before the draft, you said, how do I get better? Well, I know in all the stats that I read about you, there's no interceptions, Mike. Like you need an interception, and a pick six. Like that would look good. You'd sleep a lot better at night once you get that interception, I believe.
I will get an interception. I'm going to get two of them, Baldy. One is going to be for me. My first one. My second one is going to get to you, Baldy. I'm going to sign up just because you told me I was going to do that.
I'm going to have a trophy. I'm going to have a trophy room with that interception ball in it, okay? Just from the Hungry Line.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. He right. He doesn't have any interceptions, and I thought that was a good segue to talk about what we feel that Micah Parsons can get better at. Let me give shout out to Coach real quick with the $5 super. He says, I have always said that I see Osa as Michael Bennett, and we will see Osa explode this year. I'm loving the way Osa ended the season last year. He showed up that San Francisco game. Like, go back and look at him. Osa was balling. But, so far as Micah Parsons taking that next step, Boss Cowboy Sports, what you think what would be ideal for you? Because he already elite. We talking about scorched earth, take over the world type vibe. So what would you need to see from Micah Parsons for him to take an even bigger step this year?
I'm going to piggyback off of Coach Marv, and this would be a clip that'll be probably good to cut out and send to Micah Parsons. I mean that. Because Coach Marv has been pushing for him, Micah Parsons, to be the first player to get 3 interceptions, 127 tackles, and 16 sacks. No defensive player has ever done that. He would be the first human to do that. So I would want to echo Coach Marv and clip this out and send them to him to tell Micah Parsons, up your goal just a little bit more in terms of your impact with the interceptions, because you already got everything it takes to hit the other 2. You can hit the 127 tackles.
So let me.
You can.
Go ahead. I was about to say. So let me ask you this question: will he be? I already know the answer, but maybe the people need to hear. Will he be able to reach these type of lofty goals being used the way he's been used last year?
No.
So okay, we looking for a little tweak in the way we've been using Micah then, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And see what would have to. I'm gonna just be honest on what would have to happen. Dan Quinn admitted that he took his foot off the gas with Micah Parsons, because all of us, Law would definitely remember this because we've done shows about this with the final word. All of us towards the end of the season began to say, why are they not moving Michael around anymore? Why is he playing exclusively defensive end? Because by that time it had become obvious that he was his most impactful to the defense when you didn't know where he was coming from.
Yeah.
So if you was A gap pressuring him, then all of a sudden you see him coming off the 9, it was just too much for teams. And then it also opened up a lot of chaos for the rest of the guys, right? So when you're trying to always account for Micah, somebody's going to miss an assignment or create more one-on-one. So just everybody was eating. That Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy, and I'm just being honest, they will dial it back as they getting closer to the playoffs. They will start thinking bigger picture, and they already admitted that, you know, because remember we lost to Washington. And we was all panicking, and I remember Law had a famous button with this Muffet that kept.
Yeah, would it be shaking?
Oh,
yeah,
man,
that's
that
so funny. Yeah,
that was probably one of my favorite shows. Law had me crying because the panic was epic. It was epic.
And
right?
everybody, a lot of them naysayers was saying we was finna lose in Tampa too. And then they backed up. They was saying, oh, we one and done. Yeah. I had to call some people out on that one. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah, that's why remembering that period is important. Because it got so bad that Dan Quinn had to go ahead and tell everybody what he was really doing. So he had a press conference and he said, listen, y'all, for the last 4 weeks, I have been experimenting. You know? So sometimes you got to put these people in these situations to see it. So, and when we heard it, we was like, oh, that's why we were seeing corners off the street all of a sudden starting. That's why you were seeing Deshaun Wright all of a sudden, and then you would see Boss Man the week after, right? And we were seeing all this change. And that's why, because see, if you think Micah Parsons is going to be his worst threat at defensive end, then let's just leave him there for a while and see if he can get it. So we have a mad scientist D coordinator that does a lot of experimentations. That's going to make it hard for him to hit them goals. That's why I say I don't think he go hit it under us. But could he hit it? Yep. If he had a D coordinator that was like, we just go try to win you defensive MVP, he could do it.
So okay, that's a great take. I'm with you on that. I had to ask a question myself. So what you think about the potential of Micah Parsons taking another step, Mr. Law Nation?
Most certainly, I look at Parsons' ability to take the next step naturally because this is his third season anyhow, and most defensive players start to get a good hold of the game in their third season. So yes, he's going to take that next step. And I look at it just like what everybody was saying, or just like what you were saying, Boss, about that Washington team. We beat them in 2021 by about 50-some points, right? We blew them out, right? And we came into the playoff game with, hey, man, we finna just do that all through the playoff game. And we end up losing to the 49ers, of course. Players being nervous and things like that. And then just last year, we lose, and now all of the fan base was deflated. They was thinking, they were worried. They were saying that, hey, there's no way in chance that the Cowboys going to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because they haven't won a playoff game on the road in 30 years, right? So it's amazing how the goalpost is always being moved, right? So when we beat them, it was like, there was a wash team. They snuck into the playoff. Hey, the guy, Tom Brady, was 45 and a half years old, man. He's Methuselah age, etc., right? So all of those things, it proves this right here, that Parsons about to be stepped up even more because it's his third season, and he's about to put the whole league on notice even more. Because think about this. He's really pissed off about the fact that he didn't get not one single vote for first. Was it for All Pro? What was it for? All Pro, first team All Pro? He didn't get a vote for it. They gave it to Quentin Williams. They gave it to Bosa, but they didn't give Parsons that vote. I promise you, this dude is about to wreck the league this season, and especially since we got reinforcements down inside.
Scorched earth level. I feel the same way. Yeah. And it's good that you go ahead. What happened?
So Law, you basically said he just getting ready to destroy just because of just the maturity of going into year 3 and just being angry.
Right. Or look,
I can see
he looked back at everything and he looking at it like, I need to add 5 to 6 more pounds to my frame. Nobody is going to look. I get it. Parsons, those 3 games in 12 days or something like that last year, there was no one banging on the table saying, hey, man, keep this in mind. Parsons did have to play 3 games in 12 days. football is not meant for you to play like that. This is not basketball, right?
Right.
So all of those things, far as excuses, we can't put that on the table for people to realize and understand. Like, there's not a single soul out here saying that, yeah, Dak Prescott threw these interceptions, but not a person is saying, yeah, he had a thumb injury, right? He broke his thumb.
Right. Not one.
I've seen not one said, hey, man, he broke his thumb, and it could be a reason why he's throwing all of these interceptions, because before that time frame, he wasn't a high interception guy. On top of that, we got the 3-letter network breaking down film coverages. Where do they do this at? I know this is a Parsons segment, but where do they do this part at? Whereas we beating the Colts 54 to something like 19 or 54 to 7 or something.
Yeah.
And they breaking down Dak Prescott INTs. I can't make this stuff up. When have you ever seen a team blow out a team and they say, well, hey, let's talk about the interception? That's bullshit in all those ways, man.
Facts.
Come on, man.
Facts. And just to piggyback off of that, you just seen Trevor Lawrence throw 1 million of them, and then came back and won, and it act like it never happened again. Like, nobody said nothing else about that.
Oh, we got a correction. It was Defensive Player of the Year votes, not the first team All-Pro.
Okay.
Defensive Player of the Year vote. He didn't get not one vote, man. They gave Quinnen Williams one. You know, shout out to him for what he was able to do from the inside.
Shout out to Quinn Williams. Man. You know, he went to my high school, so shout out to my guy.
Yeah, shout out to Quinn Williams. You know, anytime he can say God bless you after his own sleeves, I mean, God bless you. You know.
Shout out to Quinn Williams, though. But, you know, I like the way you said that, man. Like, the thing about Mike, I feel like, did you see the absolute joy that this man had in his eyes when we drafted Micah Smith? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see how enthusiastic he was? Did you see how he said DQ won't let me down? This man is finna go absolutely crazy this year. Absolutely crazy. I'm telling you right now. Like you said to y'all testament, you said that the third year is when everybody put it all together. I think that's a great way to look at it, because first year he was getting acclimated. He was learning everything, the speed of the game, trying to find his way. When nobody even listening to the young man. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember he had to come out and say, like, I ain't really have a voice in the first year. You know what I'm saying? After he dominated and earned his voice, now, in the second year, now they actually helping him out. They actually running schemes to get him a couple of more sacks left and right. Now he's impacting the game in a different way. But this year right here, now that we got some penetration coming from the middle of the field with Micah Smith, and now you retain Jonathan Hankins, those two going to push the middle of the field, man, and it's going to be easy food for Micah Parsons, the young lion on that outside, man. It's going to be easy food. Not to mention, we already know that the secondary in the interior defensive line, the front seven, that's a perfect marriage. We got better at cornerback, so that's going to give you even more ticks to pass rush. That's going to give Micah Parsons even more time, right? So I feel like this is finna be a whole different level when it comes to Micah Parsons pass rushing and actually impacting the game. I seen him on a quote. He said, I'm off the sack wave. He said, I want to be one of them guys. I want to be a guy. That boy said he want to be a guy. He said he off of the sack wave. He trying to impact the football game so we can win and be dominant. So I think that's what's going to catapult him to the next level. I think that's what's going to make him shine and possibly be the defensive player of the year next year in 2023. So I feel like that's excellent coming from Micah Parsons. I can't wait to see what DQ do with this young man. Real talk. I think that's the way I like to sum it up, man. But, you know, it is close to that time for me, man. But I do want to make sure I thank Mr. Law Nation for sacrificing the show. You know, I already know how that go for content creation, man. So y'all make sure y'all
sacrifice no show.
I'm
gonna cut this thing up and re-edit it.
I already know. Look.
He gonna put all kind of edits on it. He gonna have highlights on it, man. Y'all got Law messed up. Law don't waste no time.
Hey, I already know. I already know he gonna get.
We gonna flip this episode on all platforms. You gonna wake up. You gonna make this on Twitch. This brother got this episode on MySpace, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, man, this is on Christian Meat. Yes, man.
Said Christian Meat. Man.
Indeed,
but
man.
I do want to thank you for
some baking soda to this, man, and you're gonna spread this.
You're gonna stretch it out.
Baking soda
in the trap. In the trap. Hey, but I do want to make sure I thank you for joining us for the first time in the trap, man. We appreciate you coming through, man. Cause like you said, you was about to go live and you said you want in on the conversation. So we appreciate you coming through, though. Real talk.
Let me get in on this.
This made it an epic episode, man. We appreciate you, sir.
Epic.
Yes, sir.
And see, if I could say something before I get out here just
real
quick, you know, and then I'm happy to see Law and Landlord finally get some content in. You know, it's something I've been wanting to see from the side myself because I like both of you boys. Both of you guys are my friends, you know.
Absolutely.
So, and just to see the magic of the South coming together, you know, different parts of the South, Mississippi, Texas, and Alabama.
The South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
Yo. I'm gonna need to get that one.
Y'all know that's my signature right now. But go ahead.
No, I love that one. So this was amazing to see. And then, you know, and I'm just excited to just kind of do work with all you boys, man, and just can't wait to see what happens in the future. Y'all stay tuned for a whole lot more that's coming, you know, in terms of people that's liking and subscribing. And I want to also say this lastly, man, shout out to you real quick, Landlord, because you did a great job of producing on this one for sure, because I know about like when you have to feed people and unplanned and you made it look easy what you did, but it's not easy what you did because you could have had all kind of sound issues that could have came on. But the way that you was able to fly this plane and keep it smooth and conduct a good show, man, it just show your growth in terms of production as well as just as somebody in the content community. So, you know, so y'all continue to stay with all these channels, Law Nation, Landlord from Alabama, Boss Cowboy Sports. Follow us all. We gonna try to take care of all y'all. Even if y'all don't agree, trust me, I'm trying to get y'all the best things in the right spirit. But y'all stay up, man. It's Boss Cowboy Sports.
Well, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, man. Law, you got your final word in the what can I say, in the spirit of the final word. You got some final words you want to say before you go.
Oh man, I just want to say this, man. We got the strongest and the biggest community of all time, man. And Cowboys community is doing this due diligence of finding these great content creators. You can have content without creators, right? And you can have creators without content. But when you merge those two together, you get content creators. And that is what you're doing, Landlord. And that is what you are doing as well, Boss Cowboy. And there's a lot of people blindly without a direction, right? But I love the fact that, Landlord, you bring examples of, hey, I'm from Alabama. I'm spitting my mind. I don't like the Cowboys. I love them. And then my guy, Boss Cowboy, providing an opportunity where your voice matters. You know, and being the voice for the voiceless, man, is everything. And I just like to say this, man, let us continue to collide our minds, our thoughts together and help grow Cowboy Nation. And anybody else that try to do this, man, as far as the other teams out there like the Washington and the Eagles and the Giants, they looking up. Because we are the greatness over here, man. Come on, man.
Me a liar, I'm trying to smoke me up.
Them boys opt out, man. I appreciate y'all, though, man. But look, I do want to say, man, I appreciate all the kind words and stuff, man. It's an honor to share a stage with you two great Cowboys content creators. You know, I've been following Law Nation Sports, man, Mr. 100K. I don't think you get enough credit out here for the great work you do for the Dallas Cowboys, man. So I appreciate you coming through the show. And Mr. Boss Cowboy, you know, Boss got his own thing going on over there, man. It's just greatness the way you produce. So I was very, you know, taken aback for you to give me production props. You know what I'm saying? I'm still young in this.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you.
You're definitely doing your thing, bro.
Yeah.
Can I say one more thing before we get out here? Just because this just hit me up. Clarence here just hit me up. We confirmed for Wednesday. We all on for Wednesday.
Let's get it. Y'all killing it with the interviews too, man. Y'all going crazy with them too. Yeah, real talk.
Wednesday, y'all. So
yes,
next
sir.
Wednesday, y'all make sure y'all get into the final word. So I just wanted to say that real quick while we got all these people watching. Obviously excited about that because Clarence Hill, he go have some good nuggets. So y'all
chill, will, yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Indeed.
But man,
we see that new media in the chat. Y'all type new media in the chat. Let's go.
Absolutely,
new
man.
media. Let's go.
Who doing it like Cowboy Nation, man? But we appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit like on all the channels and make sure y'all sub and support everybody, man. We appreciate all the love from the nation. We won't be nothing without y'all, man. So let's get it. Appreciate everybody coming through. Let's rock out. Let's go. Thanks for coming through, Mr. Law Nation, man.
Anytime.
Shout out to Boss Cowboy Sports. Boss Land. This was epic right here, man. This was epic. I really enjoyed y'all, man. Let's get it. I really do. Let's go. Somebody said, can we hear the outro song? I'll give y'all a verse, just in good voice. Give y'all a verse, because we are the greatest, though. So sometimes you got to just give the people what they want. I'll give y'all a verse here, man. Cowboy Nation is the greatest. You understand? Money. This is yours truly. Let's get it.
And this is greatness defined.
Let's go.
Y'all
hit that like a shot.
Man, I swear, just get better with time.
No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine.
I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine. Damn, I never let these play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD.
Let's
I know
go.
my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see.
I'm too cocky and confident that humble ain't for me, Lord.
Help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most
of say. They words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burning a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the Phoenix. Show these people I'm great. And yeah, man, not only am I the greatest.
Send me that cut, man, so I can repurpose that one.
I got you. Not only are we the greatest, not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. They hate us because they ain't us. They try to suppress our success, but nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.